Right, we're about to talk about what we have learned through the process of making a music video. First thing is being creative, being original. That's the most important thing. You need to, for an audience to relate well to it, they need to obviously it has to fit with the genre in the conventions of it, and so that the audience can establish an understanding of it. Although, by bringing in something that they've not seen before within this, it works because they're like, oh, I like that in that video, that no other videos had that. So the use of the props of the balloons, for example.
It brings a uniqueness to it.
Yeah,
so,
unique.
So it stand out.
Yeah.
Also, something that we did learn from our audience feedback was that we didn't use a big variety of locations, and that you don't really see that in videos. Like usually there's quite a lot of locations, but we only used 2.
The bedroom and the studio, which was a bit of a disappointment to some of the audience, but it's what worked well in our music video this time. But what an improvement could be is
include more last time, include more next time.
Give more variety. It's more visually appealing to the audience that they can see.
And it will just keep it changing, so they don't get bored and they don't think like the length of the music is just being slowed down by the music video. Also,
the variety of costume. We didn't have much variety of costume.
No.
The dancer stayed either in her dance gear, or she stayed in like just normal everyday clothing. There was not with each shot there was a different piece of clothing that the audience could relate to with her. So this was a weakness, I suppose.
It could have been. It could be interpreted in a way where it's like she's wearing the everyday clothes, so it's like she's an everyday person just trying to get away from the struggles.
And the dancing kind of helps establish that's who she is, that's who she wants to be, that is how she, it made it look professional. So we had our reasons, but
we did have one, like, obviously the dance uniform, but then we did have the leather jacket, and that's got quite, if you like, links to being like rebellious or something like that. So we did have a few statement things in there, but not as many as you would usually see.
The use of props, variety of props, lots of props. We've learnt to use that, and with all the audience feedback, it was mentioned that the balloons and the use of balloons was good and that's a prop, and that really helped the audience establish what she was going through, and it was a nice key element to put in, so they like that. Yeah,
props are really good because it can add just, like say said, more elements. It can just keep adding layers to videos to make it better.
People establish more.
Yeah, and it can also be anything that someone can relate to, or someone will notice. Props are things that stand out because if you're just a person, the things that will stand out are the things that they have. So it was really good to have things like the balloons and the
ballet shoes and things like
that.
Another one is the preparation when leading up to the music video. That is key, because if you don't make sure that you have the storyboard ready, fit together, your ideas all written down in case you forget anything. You need to make sure that there's a planning schedule, so you know what you have to fit in within the time. Obviously if it runs over you can't help that, but it just gives you an idea.
Like charging cameras and making sure you have all the equipment that you need as well, like the props we said before. You got to have all of them that you'll need on that day.
Otherwise you lose out in the end.
Yeah, and it will just make it even a longer process having to refilm or reshoot things. Like we had to scrap a whole day's footage, and that just added more time to our plan and our process of making the actual video. We also, it's also really good to plan before you go and do your filming and have an idea of what you want to get and the atmosphere that you want to create, so that when you get there you'll know what to do, what type of camera shots you want to use and that to create the atmosphere you want.
Yeah. Another thing is the software. Last year we just used the school software, but this year we actually used a MacBook Pro, and it was Final Cut Pro, and this was much more advanced. This helped our music video a lot. If we didn't have this software, it wouldn't have been as good. It really, really, editing is key as well.
Yeah, editing is considered the over 80% worth of an actual music video, the standard of it. Because all you've got is just raw footage.
Yeah.
Editing it, it'll just bring up the standards so much, and it'll just add. It can
makes
determine,
it look more professional.
Professionalism. It can determine how good it is. You can have amazing footage, but if it's not edited well, it won't look hardly as good.
Yeah. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.